I mean, you know, we've done long episodes before. It's just a one-off. That'll be totally fine.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong? This is the last one, so once you get it, all you have to do is fall in the middle part. Oh, so close. So close.
Thaw claws. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say was, Venusaur being a frog is weird because I took this sword part of his name literal.
Yeah, he's like a dinosaur, yeah.
Why did Let's Go make you feel like you realize he was a frog?
Because he jumps like a frog.
Yeah.
Oh.
He also has warps.
I'm making fucking mac and cheese!
So you're trying to make a star meat?
No.
Too early!
It can't work.
Well, rip.
You got time. You could try again, you could do something else.
No, that's the mark.
Try.
Well,
Well, no more chances. Oh,
so, now you've seen how it's like to play Pokemon Go. It's both easier and harder than it looks.
Let's go a little longer though, because we can get maybe a full 4
No,
episodes.
I don't think we need to. I think we're at 52 minutes. Do you want? I mean, do you want to drag it out to like 4 full episodes? Or?
I think
well, because the way we want to do it, I think we need just 4 episodes right now.
I guess we can do that. We're running a little later than we said we were going to.
True.
Well, I mean, if you want the 4 episodes, we could do the 4 episodes.
We'll cut this part out. If this is where we call it a day,
yeah,
we have 4 episodes left.
It is 9.
Yeah.
It's 9.
The end is 9, so I think. Was that?
It's 9:09 right now.
Right. Well, I mean,
we could cut this into 3 episodes.
I don't think we need 4.
We could probably split the Hat in Time into 2 episodes.
You think make time for 3 and there's 3?
We could easily do that. We recorded 40 minutes on the 2nd episode.
That is true.
So we could easily split.
Let's do that then.
I think we could probably even get away with splitting the 1st episode, depending on how long it ends up being without the pre-roll. But we could just split that up and make this 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I mean,
we could. Is a good place to call it.
Yeah. I mean, we could. Yeah. No, let's just do that.
Okay,
Do we want to
let's-
cut that out because it's
Yes.
all too much? Oh, sure. So let's just have a jump back in.
Let's go back in.
All right, sorry about that. We had a quick cut because we were talking logistics of release schedule and like what we wanted to edit, but we figured it out. We know what we want to do, and I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. We're thinking about doing another one and like making it 4 episodes, but that seems like a little extra. I mean, we could just sit here and talk about Pokemon.
Let's just talk about Pokemon for a while.
Honestly, yeah, fine. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We can still get rid of that one little part.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just boring, like weird.
No, yeah, I get you.
Too much inside baseball talk about.
No,
like,
that ends up not being very fun to listen to.
I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but it's not the best either. But, so it's whatever.
This is really fucking fun.
Yeah, up to whoever's opinion, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is so good. I love this game so much.
I want Pinball to get on Switch with like all the new Pokemon.
If there's ever a virtual console that if
Yeah.
it comes to Switch,
I hope
No plans.
I hope we get a virtual console or of some sort.
No plans.
Maybe the online thing's replacing it.
I wouldn't mind if the online thing replaced it. It would just kind of be like, how high would they be willing to go with the online thing?
Because they're all free games.
I mean, ostensibly, you do pay for the service. So.
They'll come with a service.
Yeah.
I'd like for it to update with more games more frequently.
Yeah. Has it updated with the games since it came out initially?
Yeah.
They added a few, right?
Yeah, they've added a special version of Legend of Zelda, a special version of Metroid.
Oh,
There's
okay. I didn't know that.
Gradius.
Is that the beefed up mode?
Yeah, beefed up
I
mode.
did not know that.
Okay.
There's Gradius, Solomon's Key.
Yeah.
I've already been playing a ton of the Mario 3 on there because I never really had the game.
Yeah.
Well, I had like a collection edition on the Wii that had like
All-Star.
All-Star and All-Star,
Yeah,
but like they were
All-Star.
graphical updates. So it's not the same art style as the original games.
The Super
It
Mario
looks
All-Star on the
weird.
SNES Classic?
Huh? No, but All-Star is a Wii
think
game.
so. No, it came out for the SNES. The Wii game is a remake of a SNES game.
Oh, so that's why they're all updated. Okay.
Yeah.
So SNES graphics. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes everything make more sense. Okay.
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah, 3's been fun as fuck. Yeah.
Game 3 is a cool one for sure. World is like, man, it's really hard not to like World
is
3.
World-
because it's
World's
like,
Man,
World is amazing.
I played that in Ready to Rumble 2, or yeah, it was Ready to Rumble. A bunch at my uncle's house because I didn't have those games and he did. God, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of great stuff from those early games. I really would love to see something implemented for the other, like everything beyond the NES. Like, obviously, I'd love to see more stuff for the SNES.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah, but I did double check. But I'm like, yeah, All Stars is a 1993.
Oh yeah, I have it on the Wii.
So I had Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 1 Lost World, Lost Levels, and 2 and 3.
It had 2 and Lost Levels?
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Well, because Lost Levels is Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yes,
and,
in Japan.
Yeah, and then Super Mario Brothers 2 here is Super Mario USA.
Right. I do really want to play Super Mario Lost Levels.
It's just Super Mario 1, but really fucking hard.
I would try it.
I don't think you'd personally enjoy it. Maybe, but based on like what I know,
right?
I think I don't think you really enjoy like super harsh difficulty for the sake of difficulty.
I'm not crazy about it, no.
Yeah, I don't really think it'd be super up your alley. Plus, I don't actually really like the feel of Super Mario 1 that much, to be honest with you.
That's fair. Yeah. I had a nostalgia attachment to it because I had played the shit out of it on Game Boy Color.
Yeah, it was ported to as a Wii disc game in 2010 to celebrate the 25th anniversary.
That's what it was, yeah. Which was neat.
My favorite thing like that was a special edition disc that they had for the GameCube, and it was this Legend of Zelda disc. And it came with Legend of Zelda for the NES, Legend of Zelda 2, Link's...
Awakening?
Oh wait, not Awakening. Link's... Adventure.
Link's Adventure, that's right.
Awakening is the Game Boy one.
That's right.
Which got ported to color as Link's Awakening DX.
That's right.
Which is actually really cool. I love the world of that game.
Yeah,
I think the gameplay is a little less... Like, it's a little lower on the list for me, but the world is so cool, and, like, the idea of it is crazy. It's so, like, nihilistic and existential.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about nihilistic, but definitely existential. So it has those 2, and then it has Ocarina of Time with the Master Quest and Majora's Mask. And it has a 15-minute demo of Wind Waker, because it came out before Wind Waker.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, it's super good. And until, like, Majora's Mask 3D and Ocarina of Time 3D came out, it was, like, essential collection. And I played... that's how I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for the most part that I played them in the original form.
I didn't really think they got ported to GameCube.
Yeah, just in this one disc. It wasn't like a retail sale disc. It was like a limited edition thing. I'm gonna double check and see if it was like. It's called the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition.
Mm-hmm. I should probably play Ocarina of Majora at some point.
Collector's Edition was.
My brother has both of them for 3DS.
Majora
and Ocarina.
You should totally play those. Yeah,
I will. I'm already building a backlog.
I don't know if you like the gameplay of Majora as much, but everything else about Majora is just so fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so in Japan, the Collector's Edition was available from Club Nintendo catalog for 500 points. From March 18th to April 30th, it was available for 150 points in combination with Four Swords Adventures. In America, it was bundled with the GameCube. The collection would also be obtained by subscribing to or renewing a subscription to Nintendo Power, which is how I got it, or by registering a GameCube and two more of a selection. By registering a GameCube and 2 or more of a selection of 4 games, including Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Party 5, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, and 1080-Degree Avalanche. Which I'm guessing is like some snowboarding game.
Probably not good. That's tricky, but
it's just it's a snowboarding game made by Nintendo's in-house studio, Nintendo Software Technology.
Oh, neat.
It's a sequel to 1080-Degree Snowboarding for the 64. I did no idea. I've never heard of that.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's how it came out. I originally got it in the N64. I think I lost it or something. I lost the disc, and then I repurchased it from a GameStop, which was selling it used. And I was like, it was like for $25 or something. But I was like, that's still a
for the collector's
deal.
set?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was years ago though. That was like years and years ago. That was probably before I started college.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was awesome.
That's fucking cool.
That was probably one of the coolest game collections I ended up like having.
Right.
I can't really think of a much better deal than that.
The collection? Well, I mean, now they have like SNES Classic and stuff like
well,
that.
SNES Classic,
that's a whole different,
yeah.
That's a different whole setup.
Probably not the PlayStation Classic.
Oh god. What is the full red roster on that now?
The roster of games is not terrible. They're missing a couple of like primed heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Do they have any? Do they have any Final Fantasies on there?
7.
7 is on there?
Yeah.
7.
If they didn't have 7, that'd be kind of a big loss. 7 and Metal Gear Solid are both on there.
That's good.
Arguably their biggest missed one in most people's eyes is Symphony of the Night.
Yep.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night is
crazy.
on there. They also don't have Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon, like the first ones, or any of them.
Crash Bandicoot's not on there?
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because it's like, of course you would put that on there, but it's made weird because the Insane Trilogy just came out last year, and I guess...
True.
And Symphony of the Night also just had a bundled remaster release for the PS4 with that and Rondo of Blood.
True.
Came out this summer. So that's probably why
Is Rondo
they
of
didn't
Blood the one that
put
has
those in there.
Spectre?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
I wonder why.
Yeah. And then he also shows up at the beginning of Symphony of Night. And his scene with Dracula is where the line comes in. That's the, what is...
monster, you don't belong in this world.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! And also when Dracula says, what is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
That's good. Is Rondo of Blood good?
Yeah, some people would call it the... Some people, I don't know how many people, but some people would consider it one of the epitomes of, like, classic Castlevania. Although they'd probably just go straight to Castlevania 1, honestly.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's pretty much like... It's slightly more streamlined, but wow, it actually dimmed because it's like a Game Boy screen dimming to save the light.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
Because I looked at the capture and saw it was doing that. I thought it was just like a random thing.
No, I saw that.
Like,
I saw that on
it's
the
totally
on
capture. That's
the
crazy.
gamepad. Saw that, and then I just did that because
it's basically like the last traditional Castlevania that wasn't like a spin-off, like trying to make a traditional one. It was the last like mainline official Castlevania before like Symphony of the Night came in and just changed everything.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night is extremely different from like Castlevania 1 and 2.
Ooh,
Extremely, yeah.
Very.
It's way more about exploration than it is about like platforming.
Right. Yeah.
And it's got RPG elements as well, like heavy RPG elements.
Right. Yeah.
In terms of like numbers and collections.
Which is really
and stuff
interesting.
like that. Yeah, totally. That's Symphony of the Night, as much as like all the other Castlevanias are influencing on platforming and like kind of the positioning of platforming and like the learning how to deal with the world around you while you are on a platform type thing. Mm-hmm. Like it's much more about spatial awareness than it is about like
Sorry, check all my knuckles.
movement. That's fine. Than it is about like forward movement. For as much as that influenced platforming, Symphony of the Night is the reason Metroidvanias are called Metroidvanias.
So Symphony of the Night is where that started. For that naming.
Castlevania starts
at Symphony of the Night. That is a thing you could say that will piss people off because it's extremely irritating. It's like saying Resident Evil starts with Resident Evil 4. Like, it's like that type of thinking, where you're like, it's the one that kind of, like, blew it up and, like, reinvigorated the series, but, like, to say it started there is crazy because the other ones are so, like, influential.
Metroid started with Prime.
Ooh, that would piss
that
would
Damn.
It's almost kind of offensive because that's the one that started in America.
Yeah.
It's like Japan don't know how to make shit. Prime's the best.
Well, yeah, Prime was started made in Texas. That's right.
Yeah, by Retro.
Yeah.
The people that make the new Donkey Kong games as well. Donkey Kong Country games.
They made Tropical Freeze?
They made Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Is Tropical Freeze good?
Yes, it's excellent.
Is
Okay.
great.
Is it as good as the first or is it better?
Some people would say better.
I was
Because I played a lot of Returns, but I stopped after a certain while for whatever reason, fell off entirely.
I heard it's phenomenal. That's what I've heard.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know about that.
As 2D platformers go, I hear it's like one of the top tier right now.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's a ton of content if you're willing to.
It seems like it's just Returns, but maybe some others are made better.
No, it's the style and gameplay is, but like the levels are totally different.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And
I should play Returns and that.
Yeah, I want to do that as well. There's a port of Returns on the 3DS that's supposedly solid.
3DS,
It's got extra
that's cool.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So And it's pretty cheap. You can get it for $20, so
nice.
That might be cool.
That's really cool.
But yeah, that's definitely. Those are great games too. Those are also like, but yeah, obviously Metroid, Super Metroid is like.
Donkey Kong started on Donkey Kong Country Returns.
No, dude, Super Metroid. Super Metroid was so.
F-I-T-E.
Super Metroid is the reason Metroid is in Metroidvania.
Super?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like and then Metroid 1 is also like solid. It's like there wasn't a whole lot like it when it came out. So
right. Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool stuff. It's just a lot of really great platformers. And Donkey Kong Country was, of course, it's interesting because. Donkey Kong Country Returns being made by an American studio is really more of a passing the torch because the initial Donkey Kong countries were made by Rare.
Right,
they're based
British.
in England. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because of that. Because like I remember seeing a list of every character in Smash Ultimate, their country of origin.
Yeah, and King K. Rool is England.
King K. Rool and Diddy Kong are England.
Yeah. I forget that Diddy Kong got invented in.
And then Donkey Kong,
country.
his icon is
actually
Japan and UK.
Yeah, and there's wait, which one?
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Because like he's obviously from Donkey Kong, but like his modern rendering is from country.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that Nintendo actually, another did you know gaming fact, they approached. Rare approached Nintendo and were like, yeah, we have this character, Diddy Kong, we don't have to like push him though, or whatever. And Nintendo was actually just like, no, push your original character. That's super cool. Like, we want to have this kind of like
that's really cool
homage, like this like cool character that like you guys invented, kind of like embody this new game you're making for us. And he has a Nintendo cap as kind of like an homage to that
really
support,
cool.
I think.
Is that why Diddy Kong sometimes is a little bit back and forth in terms of whether or not he's in certain Mario games?
That's probably a big part of it.
Because I know he's not in Mario Kart 8 at all. He's barely in the Mario Kart series in general.
Yeah. But that could also be due to Diddy Kong Racing.
Right, but he is in... I think Super Mario Party is the first time you get Diddy Kong in any Mario Party game.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why. It's just he has a complicated thing with, like, Rare.
Although, because for the most part, Donkey Kong himself is also back and forth in terms of character. Sometimes he's, like, a guest host or, like, a minigame host like Bowser is.
But to be fair... For the most part, Nintendo, there's not really so much... I wouldn't imagine there's much licensing questions, except for, like, that Rare created Diddy Kong, but still, he's owned by Nintendo. I don't think there's really much question about that. Maybe it's just his hat says Nintendo on it.
Maybe it's just the Mario Kart Racing thing, because he's in Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, it's probably just because he's in Diddy Kong Racing.
That's interesting.
Which is a big competitive game when it came out. But yeah, his hat says Nintendo.
Yes,
so it's like...
yes.
He is a Nintendo.
He's in it to win.
For sure. But yeah, yeah,
I think we're at a good place to call
lots of super influential platformers coming from that SNES era, and like they kind of got a resurgence. I don't know what you would say was the game that was the resurgence.
New Mario Brothers?
No, that's not Metroidvania.
Metroidvania.
I mean, in terms of platformers, probably Super Mario Brothers, and then all the indie games that came out in like the mid to later 2000s, like Braid and Super Meat Boy,
Limbo,
stuff like that. Yeah, no, Limbo's more art.
Art platform?
I mean, it's a 2D platform, for sure. Mm-hmm. It's still part of that. Metroidvania, I feel like it kind of like... It had always been kind of big, but where it's at, where it's like an indie staple now, I feel like was either like Guacamelee or like Fez, probably.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Ori, but Ori's more recent than that.
Yeah, I think Fez and... Guacamelee and Fez were probably the ones that kind of like brought it back, even though they're like two very different takes on the genre. And then Ori is like the big one that kind of came out. That was kind of like...
We're here. We're in it to win it.
Yeah, that was kind of like what's all... You're like, oh wow, cool presentation on this like simple or straightforward game type. Yeah. As well as roguelikes kind of like being like, yeah, let's kind of bring this element back in a different way. So
that's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool stuff, for sure.
And that's the place to call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We are, I think, good here.
Yeah.
I think we got quite a few episodes.